Hey guys, how's it going? CryptoPal here. So I've decided to play a little bit of World of Warcraft and go ahead and check that out. And it's been a long time. I mean, many years since I played World of Warcraft. So I decided to start kind of checking it out. Sorry, one second here. Okay, start checking it out. Uh, Funny enough, it's been, like I said, 7 years since I played. And when I went ahead and checked it because I made a Battle.net account again, or at least I activated it again, and I found that I still had the same old account from years ago under the same email and whatnot. And I was really surprised by that, but even more so that I still had the same characters that I had from years ago. Which I mean, in my mind they were long gone. It's like 7 years. I mean, I didn't even know if the game would still be kind of going. So anyways, years ago I used to play the game a lot, and I had my main character at that time, which was this warlock that you can see here. His name at that time was called Fear Corp, but obviously I kind of renamed him since I'm under CryptoPal. I named him Crypto Fear. You know, I'm noticing there's vast differences though from how they used to be to how they are now. So I'm a little thrown back by that, just in general, because it's so different from how it actually used to be. Um, well, what I'm saying at least with that is that years ago, for example, your specialization, your trees, it wasn't like this. I, I mean, it wasn't set up like this. It was an actual tree that you start off at the top, hey, at this level, and then you can kind of start branching out from there. This one, it seems like they just made it now where you have this set. Like no matter what, this is set. This is what it is. So you have these these guys here. Before these were things that you had to select in the tree, or not select in the tree. Like these are just given to you now. Um, Not only that, another big difference that I'm noticing is the whole point, or the whole part of in the specializations. For example, destruction, demonology, affliction. Let's just say using him, you could just activate him. I mean, you could straight up just activate it. No, nothing. Years ago, you couldn't just activate it. You had to go to a specialization person, and you had to pay them money in the game to kind of change your specialization. You couldn't just change your tree. So the only way to reset it was you had to go to the person and pay them money. And not only that, actually, every time you went back, if I remember correctly, again, this was at least 7 years ago, it got more and more expensive. So you wouldn't just keep specializing, or at least respecializing and rechanging your trees. So I said that's a huge difference. Like I could literally just change to whatever I want. I have destruction right now, and I could just go to affliction. Takes a couple seconds. You change it over. Bam. Now I'm affliction. It's crazy. That's crazy. To me, that's insane because, again, you had to go through this whole process, and then whenever you did re-specialize, it wasn't. You see, these just gives you everything. It wasn't like that. You had to go through the tree again and redo the tree and select your stuff. So I mean, I'll say at that they definitely made it way easier in that sense because it was a lot more of a pain in the butt before to do this. So it's definitely a lot easier now than what it was. I'm just gonna stay destruction. Um, how I used to do it years ago was I'd do destruction if I was doing, you know, uh, like quest or raiding, a PvE type stuff, right? Player versus environment. So PvE, I would do destruction mainly because I can dish out a lot of damage really quickly. And I still got pets. I still got my people. I can still have was my Void Walker
I
to
don't
essentially
like this
help me
place.
out and kind of tank for me. I guess what it is, he's the best one for that. Takes he taunts, does aggro, all that good stuff. So he was always a good one to use. Um, and then for PvP, I would always like affliction, mainly because I could, well, afflict you with different curses at the same time, kind of running away, dodging you. So it was actually really hard for melee individuals to catch me and to hurt me, and I'd still be hurting them the whole time, which was fantastic. You know, so that was one thing that I noticed when I came back. I was really, really surprised by it. I was like, wow, I could just respec whenever I want. And then they actually do have talents, but apparently it's every 15 levels now. That's another thing we'll talk about in a second. But every 15 levels, you get to pick a talent. Now, some of these talents that I'm seeing here were actually talents from before, but this was part of the specializations, part of the tree, right? So now this they kind of separated. So they made the talents, which was part of the tree and the specialization itself. But now they made the specialization where it uses a set, curses, magic, whatever skills that you have, and then you have these talents, which used to be together. Now they kind of split them apart. So it was a little weird for me, but okay. So you get to pick, one here and there, and even though you get to pick one here and there, that doesn't matter either, because again, you can respect this stuff whenever you want. So that was always crazy to me. See, look, you just change. You just change to whatever you want. So that's insane. Also, the only thing with this one is you got to be in a rested area, right? So a city or a sanctuary of some sort, and then you could again change your talents at will. It doesn't matter. Just boom. There's no. It's instantaneous. Just change it. So that to me again is insane. But hey, now also hits all enemies near you 40% of the damage. So that seems pretty, useful. Cataclysm seems pretty cool. Anyways, my point is, so that was also a big difference that I was a little thrown by. Or we were talking levels, right? Dude, when I was okay, when I first started playing this game, just to give you an idea, it was near its inception. So you're talking 2005 is when I first started messing around with the game. Granted, years before that, I was playing. Uh, I don't know if you guys knew this. The original Warcraft, Warcraft 2, and the next one after that, which I believe was the Warcraft 3, but I don't remember exactly if that was what its name was. Anyway, so I played those even before this. So I was playing this game back in 2005. So I don't know how old some of you guys are, um, but you know, I was probably playing this before some of you were even alive. And, so, um, so that was a while back, So I played. At one point, I was deeply into this game. Like I played a lot. So back in that time, just to give you an idea, level 60 was the highest level. It's not right now. So it was 60, and then let me see, that was the original for a long time. It was 60, and then I think with the expansion that had to do with, I want to say Illidan. I don't remember if that was the Burning Legion or what that was, but um, I know that. Let me see, 60. Yeah, I believe from there, once you started actually being able to fight Illidan, I I believe that's when they upped it to 70. So you could get to level 70. So I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. Level 70, all right, some new stuff. And then they went to level. And then what happened was after that, they came out with the Lich King, right? I'm pretty sure that was the order. And then it came, that's what Arthas and all the whole, Frozen Lord and whatnot. And from there, it went up to level 80. And it was like that for a long time. Um, But once it got to a certain point, what started happening with me is because I stopped playing the game back in, I think, 2011. It might have been. So, yeah, like 7 years ago. And the thing was that I started to get upset because my guy, I would get pimped out I mean, like really pimped out. Like my dude was pretty badass, you know. I was able to, you know, be very strong. And I would never. I'm not gonna say I was ever the top guy in in a specific server because I would, you know, wouldn't go that far, but my my guy was pretty good. Like he was very powerful, very strong, and to kind of make that happen, and I was, you know, and I was really good about that. I was really happy with that. But what would happen is every time a new expansion came around, all of a sudden now you're down to to zero. You're down to nothing. So your epic, awesome items from level 70 are now useless at level 71, and that and that would hurt a part of my soul, my heart, and the inside. That would hurt a little bit. I'd be like, damn, I took, you know, fucking 3 months to get this item, and now all of a sudden I get to 71, and I mean, garbage really, because the next green level items, so the not the common but the better items were uncommon. I think it is were better than your epic items from the previous level, which again would just kill me inside. Would just kill me, man. It was so bad. So that's kind of what was going on with that. And like I said, it would really just kind of, it would just really kind of hurt me inside. So you know what? Let me actually queue up for, and we'll keep talking about it. But let me queue up for an actual dungeon. So the dungeon queuing was that was on from before. We had that from a long ago. And you could just pick here. I want to say it looks about the same. I guess in this, from what I remember in my head, it might be a little bit different. But I think they were already with this and working on this from from years ago. Look, these are honorable kills that I had from years ago, right? 35,000. I fought a lot. I killed a lot of people. Anyways, so let's just join a group, a random. Can we do a raid? No, we can't get level 90. See, I can't. I don't even know the raids anymore. Um, we'll just do a cataclysm, and we'll just go from there. Find group, and so I don't know how long it's gonna take. Anyway, so point is, they did that, so I'd always get upset and thinking, damn, I have to start all over again. I have to, you know, make the stuff happen. So it was always a real pain in the ass. So that was a big change that I noticed in that I never liked every time. People were like, yeah, brand new items, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, this is great. You know, and I'm like, it's not great. What are you talking about? This is not great. Because if it was great, they'd, you know, find a way where the items were awesome, and then in the very next level they were total shit. So I was like, this is not great. This is not cool. So, anyways, that's one of the stuff that really kind of bothered me back back in that time, and I think that's why I started to fall away from it at that time. You know, and like I'm saying, years ago, I mean, World of Warcraft was pretty much the the shit. You know, like I haven't really done so much research to check where's it at right now in the sense of games. I know, you know, because I've been doing this stuff now and really getting back into the gaming again. But you know, what I'm seeing is games like Fortnite, Overwatch are huge games. But this was the game for year. I mean, like the game. Like this is what you played to everyone. They had at one point, I mean, what was it, like 12, 13 million subscribers? Some ridiculous number. It really was. It was insanity. So, um, just with that in mind, the insanity of it, you know, I used to, oh, this guy's getting mad at me. I mean, it doesn't matter. This guy's kind of, you know, fucking bitch face anyways. Something stupid doing. Right, so,
Something first.
just some, yeah, I'm just killing them just for the hell of it. But anyway, so they had that, and I never liked it, and I was, but it doesn't matter. That's just what it was. So they had many subscribers back at that time, 12 million, 13 million, however many they had, and it was pretty insane. But Again, don't know how much it died down or what the case is anymore. Um, but they came up with a bunch of achievements at that time. So hey, you do this and this and this and all these different things that just came out, and it was crazy. It was crazy at the time. Another thing that I'm noticing that I'd say that it seems fairly different is that the PvP I want to say is different. Granted, I only ran into one other character. I'm a horde character, right? I'm a undead, so I'm horde. So naturally, anyone in the alliance is my mortal enemy that I must destroy at all costs, right? I can't just leave them alive because you know they're they're fucking they're my enemy. That's just what it is. I gotta kill them. That's it. So, anyways, my point being that it seems a little different because this other alliance character had landed next to me and I couldn't attack him. I I clicked on them, but they were yellow, and I'm like, well, I'm not in any kind of special sanctuary city, right? So a city where they can say, hey, well, you can't attack people. And even then, there was some cities where, hey, you can't attack people, but if you do, they fucking wreck you. So that's not the case anymore either. Um, at least for that wasn't the case, and I couldn't attack him. I couldn't hurt him, and I was a little thrown back. So what I did find is I remember I was looking around, and let me see if I find it again. I actually saw it. Okay, so right here in the specialization, the talents. So it's called War Mode. So it says enlist in War Mode and activate World PvP, increasing quest rewards and experience by up to 10% and enabling PvP talents in the outdoor world. I mean, so, and not only that, when I actually look through the servers, there's no more, like, okay, because okay, years ago, again, I don't know how you see it, but years ago, the servers, they said what they were. So even though I kind of saw that, so I saw normal and I saw, um, I think RPG, right, or whatever RP or role playing, whatever the case may be. Role playing and I think normal were the only ones I saw there. But years ago that wasn't the case. Years ago you had PvP servers and you had PvE servers and you had the role playing servers. So I think you had three different kinds of servers. You had many different servers, but only three different kinds, which was PvE. So right, so you're going to that world. It's like this world. So you're going in that world to just fight monsters and stuff. Like that's your goal. Like, and if you decided that you wanted to fight other people, you'll do it in a PvP arena or whatever. You get the PvP world, which means anything goes, and I mean anything. And I'm saying like you go and you could just, I mean, just fuck people up. I mean, it's a lot of fun, man. And then you have the role playing, which I never really got into those servers, but I think people actually like seriously go around like, hey, you know, thou art whatever, whatever, and they actually like if they're really in the game and talk like it and all kinds of stuff. So it's fine, but it was you know a little weird. It was a little weird. Anyway, so PvP was always the shit to me because that means that some dude is there and he's like, duh, 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 yeah, just hanging around, looking, doing a little quest, about to finish it, and then I fucking swoop down and be like, wow, and I fucking destroy him. You know, so it was a lot of fun, but it doesn't seem like I can do that anymore. So I'm a little, you know, little thrown back by that. So, but okay, but it seems you can do it now everywhere, every single server. You just have to do the whole activation thing, and then you can do that. Um, and then it says this can only be turned on or off in Orgrimmar. I don't know why Orgrimmar. Granted, Orgrimmar was kind of my city for a while. I would go between the Undercity and Orgrimmar, but Orgrimmar was kind of my place. And again, I had a lot of fun and everything, but I'm not sure why they made it like that now. But maybe to eliminate servers. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the idea behind what they're doing here. So, so that's hold up. So that's kind of what it was right there. But it has changed quite a bit since then. And you know, there's a lot really for me to learn. Let me kill this dude for just for shits and giggles. Let me go ahead and kill this dude right here. Oh, did he just? No, he just. Anyway, so there's really a lot of things for me to learn and to kind of get back into so far and to get back into and kind of hey, learn again. I mean, there's a lot of games I'm playing right now, hey, going through this, but you know, this is one that I'll play little by little, you know, just fun with it and go through all that. See how things go as time goes on. Like I said, there's a lot to learn. I probably wouldn't play this game the way that I used to play it, you know, years ago because, I mean, well, imagine I had friends back in the day. I mean, you know, some of these are still my friends, but anyway, so some friends that this became their life. Like it wasn't just, hey, yeah, I'll play a little World of Warcraft and that's it. No, like this was actually their life. Like this is all they would do all the time. So it was really, you know, pretty crazy to me how much they would play this and how much they would go by their. I mean, to a point where, I mean, they barely eat any food, right? So they eat maybe once or twice a day, maybe. They wouldn't go out anywhere, so you know they might gain a lot of weight or you know miss out on a lot of events or what the case may be. It's just really bad for them all around, and you know, so it was pretty tough. But a lot of people at one point got really into this game, like crazy into this game, and not only that, there was also actually back again years ago. There, I think it was in Canada or something of that nature. It might have been Canada or something. I heard that supposedly there was a clinic, right, for people who were addicted to World of Warcraft. Now, I know that sounds silly, but I'm pretty sure. You can double check that. You can cross reference me on that kind of stuff, you know, or just double check it. But I'm pretty sure that's what the case was, where they actually had it where hey, people would actually go to clinics and stuff. Hey, you know, because they're addicted to World of Warcraft, which again was insane. Because like I said, I used to play it. I did. I played the game, you know, plenty. But I
Relax.
mean, I never got to that level though. You know, I never got to the level where somebody would say, let's go out, let's go to the movies or something." You know, and
Anu
I'd be like,
Belore Delana.
"Nah, I can't go to the
We
movies
will
right now.
persevere.
You know,
Remember the
I gotta
sun well.
raid or something like that." Like, I mean, and, you know, and I like to play,
What is your desire?
but again, I never
Loktar,
wanted to get to that level. I never
go
wanted to get to the
forth
point
to
where
victory.
you
You
know I would
come
miss out on
get
these
the
things. And I
voodoo.
think what helped was the fact that I would see my friends
Good to meet ya.
that would get so sucked into this game that they just wouldn't go. They just wouldn't do anything. Wouldn't do anything. Wouldn't go anywhere. And it was, you know, it was kind of sad to watch it, but that's only. And I'm only talking sometimes some of the people that may have gotten, you know, crazy into the game. I mean, I played a lot, and yes, at some points I was playing uh, easily 15-hour days. I mean, you know, 14, 15-hour days. But again, after you do it for a while, or sometimes you'll be raiding with people, and the people will just be a little, a little out there, man. You know, or a little too crazy. You know that. Come on, guys! What are you doing? Come on, you guys! You fucking suck! Ah! You're like, whoa, dude, hey, man, yo, relax. It's not that serious. You know, they would be really crazy about it. They really would. So, I mean, but again, it really wasn't my thing. You know, it really wasn't my thing to kind of see that and have that. But you know, it's just some of the stuff that I would look at, and I'd always think that it was a little silly for me, and I wouldn't necessarily, and I wouldn't necessarily kind of go with that, and I wouldn't necessarily do that. So, that's just the kind of stuff that I would look at, and I'd see it. I never really liked, where again you'd see the people that be really crazy. Ah, stop, bro! What are you doing? Come on, there's a fucking boss. Let's go. So, again, not really for me, because I don't know. I just was never insane like that into the game, I guess you could say. But anyways, that's kind of how it went. Now, I am surprised. See, this group finally has it. We're just looking for a warrior now to kind of get on there. I'm noticing that they have quests as well now that you can do on here the way they have it set up. Again, I don't know when they implemented it in this manner or this way, so I'm not 100%. But I'm like I said, I'm trying to see what I could do right now. Because it's not, sometimes I'll just kind of do quests, maybe in the meantime while I'm waiting for that. I haven't started doing the PvP yet, probably because I feel that my, my gear for years ago was pretty good. You see, I had a lot of epic stuff, right? So the purple was all epic stuff. Mostly, not everything, but a lot of the stuff was pretty good. But, I think now this is probably crap. I don't, I don't, I don't know. I don't know if this is good or this is just crap. So it's hard for me to tell at this point. So I'm just kind of doing. I could probably go into battle right now, but I don't know how good I'll be able to do realistically because okay. So it's controlled by these guys, right? I think we're supposed to. Okay, now the next battle is in 20 something. So, anyways, yeah. So these are things that you need to kind of find, kind of do over here with the groups, and like I said, I do quests and whatnot. But it's just been such a long time. I know that years ago, I would go actually from place to place, trying to figure out, or at least trying to do every quest in that place. Every just doable quest. It didn't even matter to me. It didn't even have to be in it. And I think going back to it, it might have been because of achievements. To tell you the truth, it could have been a good chance that it could have been all just achievements, but it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter. Because I never really achieved that, but I did do a whole lot of quests, and I did do a whole lot of stuff. But the number of achievements was pretty insane for back in the day, back in the time. It was just, I say back, but it's probably worse now. There's probably a lot more achievements that you need to find and you need to do. I think this silver, the silver dragon. See, so I would like to fight this guy right now. Look at this guy fighting here. But I'm sure there's even more achievements and stuff you could probably do right now. But what kind of several dragons? Oh, there's the guardians. Okay. Yeah, because I remember years ago. I remember doing. Oh, there's a bunch of these fuckers here. I don't know if they can knock me out of the sky or. This guy's a good guy. These are good guys. Those are dicks. Those are the bad dudes. The other ones, blue dudes. But anyway, so yeah, I used to do quests here and stuff as well. From years ago. So it's Please speak with Lord. So we can actually go over here and speak with this dude. And I think
Can
it
I
might have
help
been
you?
a daily. Yeah, it is a daily.
Have a good
See,
one.
so these used to be other dailies that I used to do. And some of these people, like I said, so it's an alliance type, it's an ambassador, but
Salutations! Be seeing you.
I should go to Augremore and activate my thing, even though I'm not 100%
How
probably
are
ready
you?
to be fighting alliance members. I would say that is probably a good idea.
What brings you here?
With 31. And you know, another interesting thing actually is that once I got back on, I had my gold. So I mean, obviously not, you know, not wealthy. I got not a crazy amount of gold, but you know, all my things were actually there. And then
Good luck,
it's
friend.
crazy because all the changes that they made, they sent the stuff to my mailbox. So once I logged back on, all the stuff was in my mailbox. So my money from honor points and things of that nature, they were all in my mailbox. All, and what they did was actually took the equivalent, like currency exchange from honor points to gold in the game, and they gave me that, and I was really surprised by that. And I said, "Wow, that's actually pretty crazy." So they ended up giving me like hundreds of gold and hundreds of gold, and I think I had hundreds on me or thousands. So it ended up being like 2000, I think it was. But I've already made another, I don't know, 300, 400. So it was somewhere in that area. But I've already made another couple hundred gold, and this is just doing quests because they actually pay a decent amount of gold. So when you use the group finder, they pay a decent amount of gold for it. Um, but yeah, you know, so those quests are things that I would do and you know kind of make that happen from years ago. One sec. See, I actually don't remember how to get off this place. I know there was a fort. I just don't remember which one it was. The next is the Nexus? No. Warsun, yes. Warsun Stronghold, that's where it was. At the Korean Tundra. Okay, so let's go that way. Anyway, so like I was saying, yeah, so they ended up giving me back a bunch of stuff. So I was pretty happy about that. That was pretty cool. That I was able to get that and actually make that happen. You know, so I'll go from there. I have to see, like I said, how this kind of works out, how this goes. I know World of Warcraft can be a little more slow paced depending if you're doing just kind of questing and things like that. You just go from time to time and quest. You check the different things out. If you're actually fighting in the arenas and stuff, it can go pretty well, and you can go pretty fast, and you know it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I you know, since I'm kind of learning again and getting back to these things, you know, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to kind of relearn everything. Nexus guard, see all these damn dragons are here. So we got a bunch of dragons and a bunch of things. Who's that thing? Arcanibus. See, so this looks like this would have been something that I could attack or whatever, but I'm just gonna let it be for now. It's funny because I feel actually kind of nostalgic in the sense of kind of seeing again how the old city is for Algamar and the Undercity and all that kind of stuff. So because it's been such a long time since I've seen it, that I would like to see kind of how they're going and how they're doing everything. Well, kind of. Okay. So I'd like to kind of see how everything is, but you know, 7 years since I played this game, they've like I said, they've added quite a few number of things, but you can still tell the concept and everything is still pretty much the same since back in the years past when things were a certain way. So they still have a very similar concept and stuff. Um, I'm sure most people at this point though have, you know, have
Well met.
so many different characters and what the case
I
can be
have
and all
just
that.
the thing for you. Ancestors watch
You
over
know,
you.
but I don't know. This is just different things that I think about, and I wonder as I kind of started again. I mean, the idea is realistically to kind of be on here with you guys and stream and whatnot, and kind of put it up for videos and everything because I'm at a point now where I'm kind of in a good place, I guess, to kind of fall back into this. And I think what happens, kind of like what happens to a lot of people, is as you get older, you start to obviously get more responsibilities in life from just living, right? Family, all that kind of stuff. And you might fall off the games, which you may have always loved for many years. But once you start doing it again, you feel really good about it. See, so this is a PvP, it's a human city. I feel like, right? I should I should be. Just I don't know what we're looking at here. These are 80s. I don't know what should we try? We try? Yeah, we should fucking try. You know what I should do though? I should soul stone my hold on before I do that. Because I feel like someone come out the fucking air and destroy me. Unless things are kind of different now. Yeah, but let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So let me actually get a little like soul stone and stuff for myself and get that going, so that I'm ready to fight these fuckers. What was that? What? What the hell? What the hell was that? Okay. Something was just hitting me. I don't know what the hell it was or where it came from. But hopefully that's not going to keep happening. Okay, so make one of these. Right, 8 hardstone. Right, 25% of health. That's pretty good stuff. And then I should soul stone myself. Just in case. This is another thing, by the way. Years ago, they used to have different abilities as well. So they kind of simplified stuff. Let me just send his ass in there. They kind of simplified. Wait, what did that say? You cannot do that to a PvP while PvP is disabled. What? No. Does that mean they can attack me, or they can't attack me? Can they attack me? They just attacked me. I was about to say, what the fuck? You can't tell me these guys can attack me and I can't attack these guys.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, so okay. So this like I can, but that's what I have to advantage though, because if I can't attack these guys, they're still gonna attack me. So we'll put him in defense. That's another thing, by the way, too, because now this is defensive, and years ago there was also attack mode, right? So let me get near this dude. Right, so years ago there was an attack mode as well. So pretty much anyone that came around your pet you just get wrecked. Well, so that's kind of changed, and now that doesn't seem to happen anymore. Which, whatever, is fine. So you see these guys, I mean, granted, they're level 80.
I need a target.
So it's nothing crazy. Okay. So what I used to do years ago, still somebody. So I used to, again, and I would go and I'd wipe out the whole city, everything there, just wipe it out. It's crazy, destruction. You know, that was actually a lot of fun as well. But that was some time ago. But I can't. Oh, can I? I can. Am I in PV? I don't understand. Okay. So maybe I can attack him now. Or maybe I can only attack him. Okay, so maybe
The target.
oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah, no. Okay, so they're actually beating me up right now. Okay, so those dudes are actually kicking my ass. That was... I didn't think you would hit that hard. These guys level 80? I mean, they're not, it's not like they're much lower than I am, but they are lower than I am. Yeah, but he kind of really beat me up though. That would be cool. That should be far enough away. Yeah, that should be fun. Yeah, I know I didn't even use the Hearthstone, I was stupid. But it does that, and then it recovers in a minute. Okay. Yeah. One minute. Yeah, it just gives me the 3. So, okay, so you got 3 cools down. I never used 1. Now, I spent a long time since I've used one of those. So, I know that if I try and attack them, it seems like I can't. And these guys just wreck me anyways, though. Like I was saying earlier, what I used to do is actually attack the cities. Oh, they're trying to... See, and like attack players and stuff. See, so... See, so I can't, that's not even with like blue. Okay, so we're finally going into a dungeon. See, back in the day I would have destroyed this dungeon, but unfortunately I can't do it right now. They're just... it's just some lady that I have to look at and wish I could kill, but I can't. Because reasons, I guess. Some people just don't have the PvP on. Look, this guy doesn't put that. Oh, we're dick. So now we're back. Someone has declined the invite. You'll be returned to the front of the queue. Come on, man. Oh, man. They're just regular peeps, but these guys are kind of on point here. Kind of messing me up. So I could kill them, but if they gang up, I'm not gonna be able to kill them. These regular footmen are actually pretty tough. I want to land, but I feel like I'm gonna be stormed, or not stormed, swarmed. Like I'm gonna be swarmed. I have a feeling like if I was gonna be swarmed. Just go to this place. You know, this. Anyways, to go to the War Sun. Unfortunately, somebody decided not to take that, but I should really head to Agumon and just go ahead and activate that, because I mean I don't like the idea that I'm not allowed to attack people. Is that the boat? Is that the, maybe I can catch it. No, I think this thing's super fast. But I think I can catch it. I think I can catch it. I think I can catch it. Go. Oh shit, I caught it.
Time is money, friend.
Nice.
Glad I could help. Talk to me!
Nice. Where we go? We're going to Agumon, right?
Interesting. Hurry back.
Mokra.
Shit, I don't even
Blood and thunder.
know where we're going.
Yo. Be good. Hey, yeah. Keep
I'm
it
gonna
real.
assume they're taking me to Agumon, because I know years ago these airships would take you to and fro. So I want to say that's gonna, yeah, Kalimdor. That should be Agumon. It's been so many years. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Great with Veil. Okay, where am I? Oh, Ashton. Okay, yeah. I remember now. Okay, so there's what? Fighting these people? Fight these people. Do I even care about these guys? I mean, they're technically my boys, but
What brings you?
I don't know. This seems like one of those things that's like a forever war. You know what I mean? Commander on here, something going on. Like, why deceive me? Why wasn't I on the boat? I don't understand. Where's Agumon? I think this is Agumon. This is Thunder Bluff, Agumon, yeah. Yeah, man. So let's head to Obigides, the Art of War, and quest. Let's go to Ogres, man. And okay, so it leaves you here now. This random ass location. So I think this should take me to where I'm trying to go here. Okay. Zeppelin to Warsong Hold. Okay, so I got on one that wasn't to Warsong Hold. It was somewhere else. The boats. It's crazy because I remember, again, years ago, there was no flying mounts or nothing either. So initially, when the game was first kind of coming out and stuff, when the game was out, there was no flying mounts. You had to run. You had to run everywhere. That's just what it was. So that's changed tremendously. Oh, this is the war song. Let me just look at this real quick. This is war song.
Strength and honor.
Yo, don't lose out, man. Okay, so alright, so now it looks like we're actually in. Good. Where are we? Halls of Origination. Halls of Origination. Is now the leader of the group. Okay. Definitely wasn't trying to be the leader of the group. I'm nowhere near where I need to do that.
What do you want from me?
Okay. So, again, this is
I don't have a target.
let's kind of get stuff started here. You know, what I normally like to do with my healers and other people like to want stone man, get some hard stones for people, right? Put a little well and everything. Um, Another thing that I also noticed is the actual stones, the soul stones, are yeah. Okay, so okay, so just kind of getting off start here. So there's a lot of these instances and stuff that I haven't done. I I may have done this one before, but I'm not even sure right now. I don't. Probably not actually. So there's a lot of these things that I'm not really sure how to you know, try to follow through here and follow whatever. I guess I'm fairly lucky in the sense that I play for years, so I have a pretty good idea of how to do stuff and how to go around. So it doesn't really matter. I catch on pretty quick to whatever's kind of going on, so it's not the biggest deal. Um,
Turn back, intruders! These halls must not be
so
disturbed.
the problem is that people just kind of going in and doing their stuff. You know, I mean, it's not really a problem. It's not a problem. It's just like, yo, I just wanna, all right,
Legions of light, bestow upon me your aid!
why they're doing what they're doing. I really have no idea. Affected by it, or whatever. Again, I don't know what that is, what they're talking about. But it doesn't really matter, right? Just play, keep killing it. Okay.
Legions of light, bestow upon me your aid! Done!
Really? So a lot of this stuff I don't even know. And whatever. So they get the loot, they kinda go from there, but I don't see I've never done this one. I don't know bosses, I don't know none of this stuff. All I know is fight. Kinda go from there. Many years ago was kinda really
No need to target
actually to tell you the truth, what I do remember is I want to say. So Cataclysm was just coming out, or had recently come out, and that was the huge thing. And there was some, what was it, a big black dragon, right? That was this crazy thing, an evil dragon. And I remember seeing the I guess previews, you could say, of the Cataclysm, and it was pretty crazy in actuality. It was pretty crazy in actuality because he was like in the volcano, and some other dragon had beat him up or almost killed him, and they put like a metal jaw on him or shit like that. I was like, you know, back in that time. But again, that was so a lot of these things, again, from that time was for the Cataclysm and all that. But so these
Right, let's go. Just need to input the final entry sequence into the door mechanism, and...
Okay.
That did the trick. The control room should be right behind this. Oh, wow.
Oh, we got. Oh, shit. Okay, so we have...
What? This isn't the control room. There's another entire defense mechanism in place, and the blasted rock trogs broke into here somehow. Trogs. Why did it have to be trogs? Okay. Let me think a moment. Mirrors pointing all over the place. 4 platforms with huge elementals. I got it! I saw a tablet that mentioned this chamber. This is the Vault of Lights. Okay, simple enough. I need you adventurers to take out each of the 4 elementals to trigger the opening sequence for the bar door.
Okay, so they pretty much said we gotta take out these elementals. Once we take them out, I guess we can open the door or whatever the case is here.
One down!
Really good. Yeah, so, like I said, I haven't done no raids or anything, and I don't know, I don't know if I plan to really do a crazy amount in this, kind of this game going around. I haven't decided yet.
I need a target.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the case is here. Anyways, it was a fun game I've been playing for many years, and I really enjoyed it a lot. There's been a lot of changes going on.
Another one down! Just look at those light beams! They seem to be connecting to the far door!
You know, I don't know, would you know, to really spend that much time kind of in this game, because realistically that was another thing that, you know, when you start to come out with so many things, it's just one of those where you start thinking, you know, days on end, getting achievements, doing all different things. Oh yeah. So that's kind of what the case is. Like I said, I enjoy it, but depends. If I start to get to good parties and stuff like that, you guys enjoy it. Watching the old World of Warcraft, sort of thing. That's something else. But
One more elemental to go! The door is almost open!
So he'll be 87 soon enough, but you're talking 110, so it's still need a good, 23 levels at least, right? To kind of make that happen. They also came out with a hero class. Right, so this hero class was called a Demon Slayer, if I'm not mistaken. And the Demon Slayer starts off at level 98. I actually made that character. I made it first when I first started playing. It was the first thing I did. And I named that character Crypto Power. And I was thinking of just kind of a variation. Just a variation of the name. Really different character that I decided to make. So
I don't have a target.
okay. Alright, so
That's it! You've done it! The vault door is opening! Now we can... Oh, no!
every time we finish off somebody, there's someone else waiting to fucking wreck us.
This unit has been activated outside normal operating protocols. Downloading new operational parameters.
Okay.
Download complete.
Telling you operation
Full
parameters
unit
means
self-defense routines are now
fuck
active.
you up.
Destruction of foreign units in the system shall now commence.
Okay. So you just want to fuck us up.
Purge of unauthorized entities commencing.
That should be enough. Do that. Right, so now I don't know what you're doing and nothing of that nature, but I know that from experience in the past, I know that it's not a good idea to have anything that the boss decides to throw at you, right? That's never a good idea.
Omega steps activated. Annihilation of foreign unit is now imminent.
So I don't know what that's doing, but what I do know is that you're going to get together.
Shutting down.
So the best thing to do.
We've done it! The control room is breached!
Okay. So I got this. This is probably a new role. It's a blue. What just happened?
Ooh, here we go. Now this should only take a moment.
Okay, so we're still going here. So now there's, I'll get different kind of items and stuff, but the truth is that I don't know a lot of things. So I'll see them. For example, the chest. I got what's back in the day. It's called Shadow Flame robes. 37 stamina, right? So this has 19 intellect, 38 stamina. 19 intellect, but it also has critical strike and 12 haste. And this one has versatility and mastery. I don't even know, but it has sockets though. This is part of kind of a little. You see what I'm saying? So there's just so many things that I'm not even sure. Not really. What's good for you? I need to make the sets, right? sure you're switching. But again, back before was different, right? You didn't have that. Kind of get rid of the fight. So you get with somebody like, oh, look, I'm going to PvP. So because you're going to PvP, you would do. Yeah, so because you're going to PvP, because it's PvP set, you're going to PvE, to the PvE set, and you just kind of work it like that, and then that, you know, is always there, so you always need like these two badass sets of armor that you have with you, and you know, you get one fight, you get the other kind of raiding and questing.
Defilers! Wretches!
Get all the good armor.
Be gone from here!
But, like, if things have changed, so like, if there's really a difference, I would go back to now. Or if I just do it the same way, and I don't know. But it should be fine. It's alright. I want to kind of find out what the attitude has to do up here.
Can you feel it? The blessed warmth of the sun! Rays and rays of light, take me!
All the origination. Leggings or whatnot. See, so obviously I've never done this one before because I got a little completion of it. I guess that was an achievement from before, but that's okay. So that's pretty much it right there. I believe everyone just go ahead and disband, right? Or no? No, they don't. Let's. Oh, I don't know why. I thought I finished. I didn't finish? I didn't finish. So why did I get... Oh, I didn't even know why I got that achievement then. Oh, silly. I really thought that I had finished right there. I know now you guys said a lot. Your group, because years ago your people, that your void walker or your succubus or whatever pet was extremely dangerous to the group. I mean, extremely dangerous.
That which you cannot control, but can you control your fear?
Very, very dangerous, very good. But they fairly, I don't know what to say, that they don't attract it, if they change that or what they did. But I know that they don't seem to be, and not only that, I don't really seem to respond. You know, that's another thing that I like. Cool. Like, I recover so fast. I find that strange. It's not a bad thing. You know.
Yes! Harness your hatred!
So, you know, play. Okay, so maybe it also seems that if something you can't wear, you just don't get it. That kind of seems to be a thing as well. because you know I see play drops or whatever drops, and they like kind of just they just give it to them. Like I don't know the system here of how they're receiving stuff. They're just getting stuff, right? So that's another thing right there. Um, you know, they just they just get it. Because again, years ago that's not the case. Like shit. Well, if I could tell you from years ago, actually, it used to be where you would leave it and you can actually get your stuff back, man. Like, yeah, they always had the rules. Like there was a lot of rules that was very like and some of it everyone can loot the guild. So you need to actually, like, you had to set that up. So what a lot of guild leaders do, they would actually set it up where nobody touches it, and then he would distribute according to you. So that's what he would do. It worked out better that way. But what would happen is that a lot of people would either decide, hey, you know, that's good or that's not good. It's not good for you. But it's really just sometimes I have to check it out. Can you still roll? Or have you still roll? Go back again.
This chamber will flourish with your life energy.
You know, you could actually roll. And you can roll here and stuff. And just kind of go with that. But it seems very different. But it seems like that they've changed a lot of things based on people have for years, you know, and things that they were doing. Hey, the problem. I know big things years ago. Was, hey, this guy's too powerful, right? This guy's so powerful, it's not fair, I know Warlock is definitely Warlocks were always, at least the PvP side of the house, hey, you know, you need to put these guys down because, or kind of like robes of rampant growth. But anyway, so they'd always be saying that you had to put them down, or you had to nerf them, as they call it. You had to nerf them because they're too powerful. It's just crazy when we do the PvE. But again, it was different. So let's say the Void Walker, you can actually use them for PvP. You can't now, because he had a move before that was called Sacrifice. So what you would do is you'd actually sacrifice your Void Walker, and he'd give you a shield. And not just any shield, I mean like a powerful ass shield. A shield that would absorb like 10,000 big numbers. That was actually really powerful. And, you know, so, I mean, it was really powerful because it gave him this ability to fucking take all this extra damage when everyone else is getting wrecked. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a big thing. I would actually, not only that, so what I would do back at that time, I would have that, right? So I'd use him. I would have Hearthstone. I would sacrifice him. I would do so many things. And people get so pissed. I know one of my worst enemies. Really the worst part was not what it is, but and that would make them so deadly to us because a lot of, you know, for warlocks and stuff, you gotta gotta kind of be ready, you know. So if you're not ready, the road gets you. I mean, there's a good chance they're gonna mess you up because they can lock you. They can just keep locking you up and locking you up to a point where they lock you up where they kill you before you would even move. You know, which was pretty bad. Like that was never a good thing. But that's pretty much what happened.
Gaze to the heavens. What do you see?
You know, if you were good though and prepared and sacrificed stuff was always
Bask in my radiance.
story to the end. There we go. Am I supposed to look away at that or? So I don't know what the play is doing right now. I really don't. I kind of don't really want to, bring fire because I have several per my star.
I don't have a target.
Okay. So, anyway, so yeah, so the roads get upset. I think that's probably why that time is taking them down.
Bask in my radiance.
Yeah. Probably learned from that other one. So I noticed that whenever she says that bullshit, I look away, right? It says it right there too, obviously, but you know when you're fighting, you know it's that shit. You say, hey, yeah, you don't know the shit. Right, so, kinda do So I remember there was also other moves. So for example, you have emulate, and then the complicate. If I'm not mistaken, half emulate. So it would complicate.
Bask in my radiance.
That was kind of part of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was kind of part of it. You'd have to look away and, you know, you'd end up, look away, look at me. You'd use the complicate, but it was part of the emulator, whatever. And shadow burn was also part of something. And, different things stacked. Like it just in my mind, I have it. Yeah. And what happens is I have it a certain way in my mind. And because things have seemed to have changed so much over the years, you know, they're just so different from what I remember. So it's hard for me to say if it's a good thing or a bad thing. To tell you the truth, like I'm not really sure just yet if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because you know the new ways that they're doing stuff is very very interesting, not bad. Not fun. It's definitely different. It's definitely easier in the sense of how things are. Things are much easier. Things are much easier in the sense of setting things up.
Target.
This bubble. So let him be the search for DPS was always the easiest ones to find.
I need a target.
Anyway, so things are definitely easier, but like I said, you have things in your mind a certain way, and you know, and you start thinking, but it doesn't really matter, you know. You definitely don't want to hold on to change in or think of it as, wow, man, it used to be like this, and it was so much better. Because I think that's a lot of times our mentality, and it, you know, I think a lot of people get focused, they're stuck on a certain way of doing things, and then we already kind of have it in our mind, yeah, this was, yeah, but it was so much better, blah, 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 but was it, was it so much better? There were things that were probably better. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it better than Creed, and the reason for that is that the innovation was a lot more. So it's kind of like I said earlier on, that when I was talking, that the specializations now are kind of like preset. So you have to think, so destruction, okay, boom, this is what you got. Demonology, boom, that's what you got. And that's it. There's nothing, you can't do anything with that. That's all you can do. So, I don't know. Is that good? I guess. I guess you said, but in the same token, some of us aren't really looking for simplicity, right? That's not kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for the ability to customize it, to do things as you want to do it. And not only that, actually, when you customize and you're able to do that, see, so this guy is kind of the same thing. He doesn't seem to know. I promoted him to the group leader.
More carrion.
So I promoted him to the group leader because I don't really know how to search and stuff myself. Because I haven't, again, 7 years since I played this game, I have no fucking idea how to do it. And that's the first thing he started when I said, well, how do you do it? Because I didn't search, I don't know. But yeah, it's all good though. Most of the time you're gonna be alright. That fucking guy back.
I need to target something first.
I do know how to fight these games, so it's not good. But anyway, getting back to it, yeah, so you don't want that to go. And I've gotten to level 87. Soul Releaser. Okay, so it looks like we just did it. Okay, so we did it now. Everyone's kind of leaving from here. Let's see. Alright, so now I just leave. So, teleport out of here. So, let me see. Okay, so if years ago, funny enough too, they used to have with the instances, you would do an instance where let's say you got
and honor.
because they did have the group finder for back in like, did they have it in the 70s? Or was it just when 80s came out? Well, let's just say when the group finder initially came out, or at least when you used to do instances, you will be teleported right outside the instance when you were done with the instance. And that, I remember, would piss a lot of people off. They would look at it and be like, Fuck, man. See, now wherever they were, now they were back in front of the instance. So it was actually a real pain in the butt. Again, back in that time, that they had that they were doing that. So it was actually really a pain in the butt. But they had changed that, and they made it where that's not the case anymore.
Speak.
And apparently you can see where now you can just kind of do it here.
Drink.
I feel like going into a battleground.
I got the best deals anywhere. Glad I could help.
Strength and honor.
Because I've
Stronghold.
see, there's so many now. See, when I stopped playing, the mains that were back in the day was Warsong, Arathi, and Altric Valley. Those are the three that were out years ago. And then Eye of the Storm came out, and what other one? Eye of the Storm? I think that was the newest one at that time that had come out, Eye of the Storm. Capture and hold objectives. Maybe this one too, though. Maybe this one as well. And Twin Peaks? I'm not sure. But I don't remember Silver Shard Mines. Temple of Mogu. Deep Wind Gorge. Maybe some of these started to come out. Maybe they were already out, or at least started to come out. But again, this was again, it was a while ago. I know the main 3 years and years ago was just Warsong, Arathi, and Altric Valley. Those were the ones that were out. Those are the ones that you were just kind of really playing.
Dabu.
Yeah, and these dudes just kind of run into it. See, this here actually used to be the portal that you had to come to. Like, you had to come here. This other stuff didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So the Altric Valley, you had to go to the valley. Warsong Gulch, you had to be here in this camp and go. You had to. And same thing with the Rathi Basin.
Mukra. Victory.
You had to go through there.
Speak,
There was no
friend.
other way. 60s.
Glory to the whole.
Right? Still back in the day. 55 elite.
Time is money, friend.
60. Yeah, man.
How?
The only people they changed
What
like
do
this
you
guy.
mean?
This guy didn't exist. Or some Gulch Battlemaster, but he's really in everything Battlemaster. He has that. And then I remember you had to like buff yourself too and everything. So a lot of these places, like these were major hotspots. Major hotspots. So let's go to the Durotar right now. See, now we'll just go to the Undercity right there. The Crossroads. Jesus Christ. The Crossroads. That was. See, I'm having trouble remembering all this stuff over here. But, nah, that was probably there. Yeah, that was. Maybe it looks different, right? I don't remember. See, 60 Beast. I don't know if these were even in the 60s. So this was all stuff over here. Gold Road. Back in the day, I used to run down this guy. And the Crossroads, man. Zebra 60 Zebra. No way. See, none of these things are. These are all level 60 creatures. No way. This was a place of level.
I wasn't expecting.
Zug.
Rogue Trainer.
What do you need? Be safe.
Still got Mage Trainer.
Speak.
Warlock Trainer. Train into the Proving Grounds. What the hell?
Dabu.
Proving White. What the hell is that? What the hell are the Proving Grounds? See, I never seen this before either. Oh, Mr. Pandoria. No, they didn't put me like. Okay, no, maybe I get link here. Oh. Proving grounds, select trial.
I have many lucky doos. You like? Good fortune to our friends.
Greetings.
Okay.
Welcome to the Proving Grounds. Your first trial will now begin. Defeat each wave of illusions before time runs out. This illusionary slayer will test your ability to damage your opponent. Do not worry, it cannot harm you.
Oh. Okay, so how's that white tiger up there?
A master of defense, the illusionary guardian deflects all attacks from the front. Stay behind it.
Okay, so I guess it's just because what it was is years ago, if you want to do your specialization or at least change stuff, you would go to the trainers. Like you couldn't just do it how they do it now. Like see those trainers, warlock trainer, you know, whatever, hunter trainer.
Illusionary varmints come in packs and are harmless. Use attacks that affect multiple opponents to kill them quickly.
Sure. Yeah, so
I need a target.
yeah, so
You have run out of time. Shall we try again?
oh shit. If you don't do it in time,
Greetings.
you fail?
Greetings.
Oh shit. You know what though? But alright, fine. I'll do it.
Greetings. Welcome to the Proving
Yes,
Grounds.
get out of
Your
here.
first trial will now begin. Defeat each wave of illusions before time runs out.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
This illusionary slayer will test your ability to damage your opponent. Do not worry, it cannot harm you.
I gotta play with this. So this is I don't know why I didn't do it. What if you didn't do it then? You'd be scarred.
Illusionary Guardian deflects all attacks from the front. Stay behind it.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to make sure I'm moving fairly quick on that.
Illusionary varmints come in packs and are harmless. Use attacks that affect multiple opponents to kill them quickly.
Right. So I want to use that dude just to fuck him up. It gave me more time, but it's changed a lot, man. Like I said, you used to have to. This guy, you had to call him. I think initially, like he was pretty much one of the most badass you could have, the actual Inferno. And now that's not really the case. Now you have this other guy that you can work good with demonology. If you got a couple people, he does a pretty good amount of damage. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of mixing stuff up now. So I thought I was weird. Like I said, one thing that kind of also, I mean, I don't feel like, hey, it bothers me so much. It's definitely just one of those things. The fact that, okay, so the soul stones, so that's how they work, right? So the soul stones from 4, collect, like you're supposed to. You didn't get it as
Success! Well done. See me for your next trial.
Okay. I mean, we could do trial, but I'm kind of looking at. Can I leave?
Greetings.
So
Hey, how you doing?
I wasn't trying to kind of stay here. I was really just trying to leave. I don't know what I have to do to get out of here now. I really have no idea what I gotta do.
Greetings.
Yeah, I don't know what I gotta do.
I have many, many wares.
Just leave.
May your feet find good trails.
Greetings.
Okay.
Greetings. I am Sekai, master of Jade Lightning, Chi, and Healing Mists. For this trial, you must protect me from the incoming illusions while I heal you and dispatch our foes. Illusionary rippers approaching. They should pose little challenge. They are but mindless grunts. Help! Get these things off of me! Greetings.
Okay.
Help! Get these things off of me! Illusionary foragers are attacking. Do not let their cute faces fool you. They can work together to cause terrible devastation. Hurry! Get these things off of me! I am down. Maybe I should bring more healing herbs for next time.
Monsieur has left the instant scoop. How do I leave the instant scoop? Like, I don't know how to... See, I don't know how to kind of get out of here. Supposed to damage.
You're in trouble now.
Greetings. Hello. For this trial, you must keep us alive while we face the incoming illusions. I am Otto, and will protect you.
Good company and a swift blade. Our first enemy. Illusionary Rippers are but simple warriors. Now, let us do this.
So... Just keep them alive. I have no idea how to do that. Like,
I will protect you.
I'm supposed to kill these guys.
I am a wall of iron, but I cannot hold much longer. I will protect you.
I don't know how to...
Illusionary hive singers. Their sonic waves will harm us all. I have fallen. I am sorry. I shall train harder for next time.
Okay, so... Yes, she's not really... Send me back. For that, not really.
Greetings! Hello. For this trial, you must keep us alive while we face the incoming illusions. I am Otto, and will protect you.
I have to finish this. If not, they won't let me leave.
Our first enemy. Illusionary Rippers are but simple warriors. Now, let us do this.
Fighting
I am a wall of iron, but I cannot hold much longer. I will protect you.
I can't kill this dude. How would I kill this?
Illusionary hive singers. Their sonic waves will harm us all. I have fallen. I am sorry. I shall train harder for next time.
How can I heal him? I don't think I can actually heal that guy. I don't think I can. 3 seconds. Yeah, I think I could heal him. I don't see how I could heal him. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe if I fear them away. I fear them away. Maybe I could fear them away. I feel like the Doom Guard would be more useful right now. I could try. I could see if that'll kind of do something.
Who dares summon me?
Right.
Greetings.
Let's see what happens.
Hello. For this trial, you must keep us alive while we face the incoming illusions. I am Otto, and will protect you.
Okay. Okay, Otto. That's fine. Thank you.
Our first enemy, illusionary rippers, are but simple warriors. Now, let us do this.
Arcane energies will destroy our enemies.
Speedy and I are at your service.
Heal this guy. That's what upsets me.
Illusionary hive singers. Their sonic waves will harm us all. I am a wall of iron, but I cannot hold much longer. I have fallen. I am sorry. I shall train harder for next time.
I mean, yeah, man. I'm not sure what you want me to do. When your Dread Stalk starts battle with their Dreadbite now and its on 8 yards. Strength command this charge plus someone deal 4 increased damage. Portal and Nether both. It's the ground. So make him stronger. Shadow Bolt and Demon Bolt. Demon Bolt has to make your next call plus. Sacrifice 2 wild damage. No, inflicts dual target shadow damage. Fight for you. Doom, I remember that one too. Demon Skin, Burning March, Dark Pact. Skin is fine. Cast a call. Target 2, take Shadow Flame damage from you for the next source. Okay, Soul Strike command foe to strike into the soul of his enemy. Okay. Summon Vile Fiend. More called Demonic Circle. Dreadstalkers. What the hell is a Vile Fiend? That thing. That's a cool looking thing. Yeah? Level 110. Hold on, 15 seconds? 45-second cooldown? Nice. Okay.
Greetings.
Greetings. I am Sekai, Master of Jade Lightning, Chi, and Healing Mists.
Okay,
For this trial, you must protect me from the incoming illusions while I heal you and dispatch our foes. Illusionary Rippers approaching. They should pose little challenge. They are but mindless grunts. off of me! Illusionary foragers are attacking. Do not let their cute faces fool you. They can work together to cause terrible devastation.
Don't waste my time, lesser creature.
So that kind of worked out, luckily for me. But yeah, so these guys.
Help! Get these things off of me!
Okay, so I want to say the last one, and we'll summon everyone: the Vile, the Strength, the Doom.
Maybe I should bring more healing herbs for next time.
Oh. Yo, I just gotta get out of here. Slash leave, maybe. Okay, I'm obviously not up to par with this. I'm doing this for right now. I know I just got messed up. Okay, so, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off, because I don't, because I'm pretty much done, but I'm not even sure how to get out of this trial here. But I am pretty much done for right now. And just kind of get on out. This fun stuff. I'll keep on kind of going and doing these. There's a lot of other games I plan to play as well, but this was one of them I wanted to check out, play a little bit, and you know, kind of see how things have changed over time. But for right now, that's pretty good. So thanks, guys. Like I said, it's CryptoPop. I do this. I'm also on Twitch. Same thing as CryptoPop. And you guys can definitely check me out or subscribe. And as I go along and keep doing different games, comment suggestions are very welcome, and it's really what I look for in this. All right, so thanks a lot, and I will catch you guys later.